Hello everyone, Dr. Sara here, and today we have with us Dr. Blessy Saju, who has cleared this FMGE JAN 2025 examination with a score of 172. We're so proud of you. Congratulations, Doc. How are
Thank you
you
so much.
feeling right now?
It's a different feeling, ma'am. It's crazy. Like when I see my parents happy, that makes me happy. Like if they are happy, that's what I wanted. Like if they are happy, then I am happy. And it was not always about me; it was about them as well. So I'm so happy for them.
And you have cleared in your first attempt, very first attempt. So that's amazing, Doc. And please tell me about you. Tell me all about you from the beginning. Who are you? Which college? How much marks? Everything.
So, ma'am, I'm from Asian Medical Institute, Kyrgyzstan, and I joined ARISE over there itself when last year I joined the ARISE, and I completed about 9 to 10 subjects over there, and then I came back here, which helped me a lot because we completed 9 to 10 subjects over there itself. So it was easy for us over here. And at first, when I came here, it was so difficult. Like I was so confused because I took the online classes, and every one of my friends were in the like offline classes, and I took the online class. And I was so confused that did I do the right thing? Did I just got into trouble for myself? But after that, when I think first subject completed, like Dr. 𝗬𝗲𝗃 sir took the dermatology classes, and he was so good. And after that, when I gave the subject wise test, it gave me confidence, like, okay, I can do. And when I used to see my friends of offline classes that they have groups to study, and I don't have any group, I am sitting alone over here. So that made me question myself, like, did I do something wrong? And in online classes, ma'am, it's a lot of distraction. Like you have your bed there, and you have the pause button also, that you can pause and you can go and do your things, and you can watch the videos later, but the later never comes. So I promised myself that I won't miss any class. I will be consistent. I'll be doing the classes on time, even if it's in the morning or in the night. I will do the classes. So
So you were consistent throughout, like you
yes,
attended
yes,
live sections.
yes, yes. I attended all the live sessions.
We heard that the exam was very tough. The first paper was like everybody was talking about it. So tell me your experience of the exam, Doc.
Ma'am, I would say that the exam was not tough. It was tricky. Actually, the questions were so tricky that we had to go through the questions twice or thrice. And we learned this thing that if the keywords are there, then you can, if this is there, then this will be the answer. But in the questions, the keywords were not given. So it was so tough for us to understand the question first. But eventually, when we understood the question, when we came back to the options were also tricky. And as you always say that the 20th subject is English. So of course the English was also very tough. So anyways, it was not the PYQs, but PYTs were there. But it was okay, ma'am. But the first paper was tricky. Second paper was okay. It was doable. And I personally did a lot of silly mistakes because, as 𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗃 sir always says this thing, that the hard questions, it doesn't matter, but the easy questions makes the difference. And I personally made so many silly mistakes that I was so upset after giving the exam. I was like, oh, हो गया, अब नहीं होगा मुझसे. But anyways, uh, I think it's because of the prayers.
Please tell me, Doc. You said the paper was tricky. So how did you motivate yourself to do the second paper? Like first paper, especially first attempt, right? तो
Yeah.
पहले पेपर में ऐसा होने के बाद अपने आप को मोटिवेटेड कैसे रखा सेकंड पेपर तक?
Ma'am, literally speaking, I was so upset after giving the first paper. I was like, nahi hoga mere se. But I talked to one or two friends of mine at the break time, and they motivated me like, कोई नहीं, 150 marks अभी भी है अपने पास. We can do it. And so that kept me motivated. And when I went there and sat on the desk, I just said this thing to myself that अब 150 है अपने पास, अब कर सकते हैं. So just is all about the control of nerves, like how you control your nerves in the examination. It depends on that. And even if you know the things, even if you don't know the things, if you're anxious, you will do the things wrong.
Like you said, this exam was a lot about your mental stability.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me, during this journey of highs and lows, there will be days where you're going to be motivated. There will be days where you're going to be really saturated and low. So how did you motivate yourself during such days? And what advice would you like to give the juniors, like on their low days? What should they do? Personal experience.
Ma'am, I would say that after seeing the teachers teaching, I would say they taught us till night. I think 1 a.m. also we had the classes, and they always told this thing that thoda aur kar lete hai. You also would say this, thoda aur, thoda aur. And this really boosted me up. Like if the teachers are completely, they are hardworking, they are doing their best, they are so dedicated to their job, and if they can do this, they are continuously speaking, and we just have to sit and listen. So we can do that. And at the days when I was low, I used to think that okay, अब इतने आगे आ चुके हैं, I can't go back. I I will have to do it. रोग आके करना है, फिर भी करना तो है ही. So, anyways, I just kept myself motivated. I used to think about my parents that they trusted me so much that they left me to Kyrgyzstan, this country, different country, and I stayed there, and they trusted me so much that my daughter will become a doctor one day. So I just kept them in front of my eyes and just did my job. And one thing I would like to tell my juniors that be consistent, be disciplined. If you are in online classes, of course, you will have things like घर पे शादी हो रही है, घर पे कहीं जाना है. So, and your parents also get pissed off with these things. My mother always tell this thing that एक ही घर में रहती थी पर बात नहीं करती थी हम लोग से. So just be consistent and be disciplined. Whatever you do, just revise each and everything that you do. Like whatever teacher says, I think Arise was the best decision I took in my life. Like all the faculties, I love you, ma'am. I really admire you, and you are one of the best faculty. Priyan sir and Rajiv Dhawan sir, Salman sir, and Nadeem sir is a gem, of course. And uh, radiology also, Khalil sir, he made radiology so easy. And
You were a
PSM,
strict parent, no?
yes. Khalid sir was like a strict parent, and Nadeem sir was super cool.
They balanced each other.
Balanced. And I think each and every faculty did their great job. And Asma ma'am, I would say her notes were so good. And Gayatri ma'am, she's a sweetheart. She is so good. So I really loved each and every faculty of Arise, and they literally gave their best. And I'm so thankful to them.
Tell me, you had witnessed offline classes in your university.
Yes.
And you did your online classes. So, what was the difference? And was it interactive or not interactive? Like, tell me your experience about the online batch.
Ma'am, about online, if I say it was more interactive for me because I used to message the teachers whenever I had doubt. I used to message to the teachers, and the teachers were also fun. Like in offline classes, like the teachers are serious. They are sitting there and they are teaching like they are serious. But in online classes, the teachers are fun. So that's the difference I saw in both the classes. And I think online classes are more interactive, and I loved online classes more.
Did you give GTs, doc? And were GTs important for your preparation?
Yes, ma'am. I gave 3 to 4 GTs before I went to exam. But ma'am, one thing is that giving GTs at home and doing questions in the examination hall is totally different, because in GTs what we have is like I personally had ample amount of time between two sections. Like if I had to go to different set of 50 questions, I had time. But in exam, it was not like that. I faced a lot of problem in time management because the questions were lengthy as well as tricky, and it made me feel that I am losing time. And I also couldn't do 2 to 3 questions in the second section. But
Missed the questions.
yeah, I missed the questions. Like it was PSM, I think the numericals of that, and I missed it because there was no time. But anyways, GTs are important. You have to go because it will give you a self of motivation before going to exam, and you will feel like you are giving exam. So I think yeah, GTs are important.
Your juniors are going to attempt the June or July examination. What advices would you like to give them now that they are the FMG aspirants and you are the doctor?
Ma'am, I would say that don't go for shortcuts, don't go for rapid revision and all, because I think rapid revision is good for like one-liners or small subjects. If you are doing, it's okay. But I think for big subjects, you have to go through the concepts, because the paper it has become so conceptual, and you have to go deep into it, because in the last paper which we gave, like there were no PYQs in it. There were PYTs, but but no PYQs in it. So it was difficult for us to understand the question. So it was like you have to manage your English as well as you have to understand the question. So you have to go deep into the concepts, I think. So study conceptually and not doing the shortcuts.
Main notes or rapid revision?
Main notes, ma'am.
What about group study or studying alone, self-study?
Ma'am, I would say that group studies are good because it will make you learn faster. But like self-study is also important because it will make you analyze things, that what things you know, what things you are into. And like the teachers always said, in all the teachers told this thing at the time of revision, that you don't have to go through each and every line of the subject. Just read each and every line and just take it aside. And so that's why I could do 4 to 5 revisions of each and every subject. So that was so very helpful to me. Like I could do 4 to 5 revisions of each and every subject. So that helped me a lot.
If you could go back and meet Blessy again 6 months ago, what things would you tell her to avoid कि ये नहीं करना चाहिए था, ये क्यों करा?
मैम ऐसे तो बहुत चीजें
हाँ, तो मुझे बताइए ऐसी क्या चीजें हैं जो आप बोलोगे अपने आप को कि नहीं करना चाहिए था?
मैम पहली चीज जो करना चाहिए था वो ये था कि थोड़ा पहले से पढ़ना चालू करना चाहिए था. which would have made a lot of difference.
I think that is the
And
biggest serious advice.
yes,
Just
because juniors, I would like to tell them that if you can start there and there itself, in the college itself, like if you are in fourth year, third year, fourth year, if you are starting from that time, it will be really helpful. And कुछ चीजें जो मुझे नहीं करनी चाहिए थी वो ये था कि मुझे इतना नर्वस नहीं होना था एग्जाम के टाइम पे, बिकॉज मैंने बहुत सिली मिस्टेक्स करी है मैम, और जो इजी क्वेश्चंस मैंने गलत करी है, आई वाज सो अपसेट आफ्टर दैट. सो आई वुड से दैट नर्वस नहीं होना है एग्जाम के टाइम पे. अगर तुम्हें आता भी होगा तो भी आप गलत करके आओगे, ये चीज हो जाती है.
last month, doc, is very, very, very taxing, I think, क्योंकि सब
Yes.
subject हो जाते हैं and now you're very close to the exam. तो Arise does QRP, TND, FTR. How did you attend them and were they
Yes.
helpful?
I really loved the QRTs of Nadeem sir. Like he did a great job in surgery as well, because he made us understand each and everything of surgery. And medicine, I think the answer was so good. And yes, QRPs are helpful, ma'am. But if you have done the main notes, then only you are able to understand, you will be able to understand the QRPs. Otherwise, it's of no use. Like if you don't know the major thing, like if you don't know the concept only, then how will you do the QRPs? So I would say that main notes is main. You have to go through the main notes, and then you can attend the QRPs.
What about the TNDs, doc? Did you give the test and were they helpful?
Yes, ma'am. The TNDs were very good, and the levels of the questions were also good, which made us think that okay, अभी तक अच्छा नहीं करे हो और अच्छा करना होगा. So it was really helpful, ma'am. The TNDs of all the subjects, ma'am, it was really good, and the discussion after that was so good. Like the teachers made us understand each and everything after that.
Tell me about your preparation, like during your preparation, were there any key moments that you remember in the classes and that were very helpful during the exam?
Ma'am, I would say your classes, like your drawing, your papu, and your everything, like the tips and tricks you would tell us in the classes. It was so helpful. Like the 𝗏𝗏𝗴𝗿𝗺, the question also came in the exam, and I was just remembering the papu over there. So everything that helped. And the answer also, he did a great job. Like every time medicine, he is the best faculty for medicine. And Nadeem sir also, he was also good with psychiatry, FMT.
For a student who is going to graduate or giving the FMG June-July examination, self-study or coaching?
Ma'am, this depends upon the student. If he can be consistent in like at home, then it's good for self-study. If he can do online classes, then it's okay. But because there are distractions at home, I would say that. But if you are a student who wants a group study, or you want to stay away from home, like you know that you can't study at home, so you can go for offline classes.
Is this exam doable, doc? Can you?
Some part, of course, the questions were out of the box, but of course it is doable. But yes, you have to see this thing that you are not doing any kind of silly mistakes in it. And one thing Salman sir always, he said one sentence over there that anyways you are going to bleed in the game, so just make sure you bleed less in the actual game. So that thing kept me motivated. Like you can't just sit back and wait for another 6 months. It's really tough. So sitting there again and revising all the same notes, it's not easy. It was not easy in the first attempt itself only. Then it is difficult. So that kept me motivated.
Any special mentions that you would like to give to your friends, family, everybody involved?
Mentions, ma'am, thankful to God. I'm thankful to my parents. I'm thankful to each and every faculty of ARISE. And because of them, it was possible. Without them, it was not at all possible. And I'm thankful to one or two of my friends who were there always with me, and they always checked on me like, okay, ये ठीक तो है, online classes कर रही है, जिंदा तो है ये.
डॉक, इतना बड़ा डिसीजन लेना, एक लड़की को बाहर भेजना बहुत बड़ी बात होती है, आई थिंक, स्पेशली अपने इंडिया में. तो मुझे बताइए कैसे ये डिसीजन लिया गया और whose idea was it to make you a doctor? क्या आपको बनना था या tell me all about it.
मैम, मुझे बनना तो था पहले. ये this was like a dream of my grandfather that he wanted to see me as a doctor. So after that, I just thought that okay, it is his wish that I have to fulfill. So मुझे पसंद भी था, मुझे हमेशा से पसंद था डॉक्टर बनना. एंड बट चीजें ये थी कि मुझे पता नहीं था कि इतने दूर मुझे घर वाले भेजेंगे कभी जिंदगी में. But my parents really supported me in each and everything. They were always there, and they sent me to Kyrgyzstan. I'm so thankful to them. And after coming back here also, they always supported me in each and everything. Like, इसको इसको पढ़ने देते हैं. They never bothered me for anything. Like, इसको लेके जाते हैं या इसको ये करते हैं, कुछ भी नहीं. They were so supportive, and I'm so thankful to them.
Last words that you want to tell before ending this interview, Doc? और एक
Ma'am,
को कितनी देर पढ़ना चाहिए, कितने क्वेश्चंस करना चाहिए, ये भी आप
ma'am, पढ़ना चाहिए ma'am. Don't miss the class, I would say. If the classes are there, don't miss the live sessions. Don't go for the recorded videos and all. Because वो दिन आता नहीं है कभी, कभी नहीं आता. वो लेटर के लिए छोड़ के रख देंगे, कभी वो दिन नहीं आएगा. So don't miss the classes, and revise each and everything that you study on the same day. This will help you later. Literally, it will help you later. And practice questions every day. Like, I used to do 150 questions per day.
150.
And yes, 150 questions per day. And last month में मैं थोड़ा कम कर दिया था मैंने questions बनाना. 100 questions, I came to 100 questions, and I focused more on revision. So revision is must. You have to revise each and everything. जितना कर सको उतना अच्छा है. And कुछ याद नहीं रहता है. Last time यही लगेगा कि कुछ याद नहीं है. But it's good. If you are doing it, just go on revising.
Congratulations, Doc. Again, thank you for sharing such an insightful journey of yours with us. Congratulations
Thank you
once
so
again.
much, ma'am.
Really proud of you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.